Hello there, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of 5 Minute Gaming News, the show that may or may not be 5 minutes. Today in the news, more layoffs across the gaming and tech world, and not even the purple monster of Twitch is immune. This past Monday, more than 400 employees at Twitch, which is a sizable part of that company, were let go as part of the widespread Amazon layoffs. These layoffs come just days after former Twitch CEO Emmett Shear stepped down and Dan Clancy took up the Twitch CEO mantle. According to Polygon, Clancy's public memo blamed the layoff on the current macroeconomic environment, saying user and revenue growth did not meet expectations. In order to run our business sustainably, we made the very difficult decision to shrink the size of our workforce, Clancy said. And that just goes to show you, even these companies that can host their own convention in Vegas and France and make more money exponentially year after year after year and cut the amount of money they give the people actually creating content on their site, it just goes to show you, even they can be hit by these hard economic times. But here's the truth. Twitch, the Twitch we knew from years ago, it doesn't exist anymore. It's Amazon. Amazon is a huge beast, and Amazon, and in this case Twitch, and really any other huge company, all they care about at the end of the day is money. How much are they making? What are their profits? Are they making more than they were before? How much more? Was it what they expected? Can they do more? That kind of thing. And it's very obvious, he even says it. Just go take 5 minutes out of your day to just look into the Twitch profits. Because in 2016, they were making 280 some million, and in 2022, they're making 2.8 billion. And that is not good enough. I think you all know how I feel about this. I think it's disgusting, and I'm also upset about the fact that right now there is an ever-increasing pool of unemployed yet extremely talented people in our space who are just trying to make ends meet and getting destroyed by the corporate world. So, yeah, that's one of the least fun stories we'll talk about. In other news, it looks like CD Projekt Red's upcoming Witcher game, codenamed Projekt SIRIUS, is getting some serious overhauls. In a statement to investors, CD Projekt Red noted their intention to write off funds allocated for the project. The aforementioned decision is based on results of evaluation of the scope and commercial potential of the original concept of Projekt SIRIUS, and ongoing work on formulating a new framework for this project. Which, sucks because I want a Witcher game sooner rather than later, but it also sounds like a normal dev thing. They hit a roadblock and realized they couldn't get around it, and at the end of the day, it's just better to start over. And that happens sometimes. I've been there. Originally, Projekt SIRIUS was set in the Witcher universe, but it differs from our past releases in that it targets a much broader audience, said CD Projekt CEO Adam Kaczynski. SIRIUS will provide both single-player and multiplayer gameplay. And now that the project is being rebooted, that may not be true. In fact, I don't think we know anything about it now, and real talk, there's no shame in biting off more than you can chew and realizing you did, and then backing off and starting over. Honestly, I think sometimes that's the best thing to do. And so, based on the way some of the more recent multiplayer-ish games have been, I think maybe this is the smart choice because I'd rather have a really great single-player game than a multiplayer game that nickels and dimes you. And even though I don't think CDP would do that, partners with CDP may request it. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what they're coming up with. I have no clue. I'm just talking out my tush, but I'm excited to see what it is. I love Witcher and I want more of it. And finally, speaking of in development, Zack Snyder has an upcoming game project in development that will also feature a TV show along with it. In a recent interview with the Nerd Queens podcast, Snyder revealed that he's helping develop a game based on his upcoming Netflix space epic, Rebel Moon. Snyder shared, "I don't want to do a casual, there's more coming, but all I'll say is that it was pitched to me because I've always wanted to do an RPG. We could do it at this scale, or we could do it at a ridiculous scale." And I was like, ridiculous scale is clearly the scale that we should be doing it. And when I hear that, of course it makes sense that Zack Snyder would be like, let's do ridiculous. But also, when I think Zack Snyder, I think of something that looks amazing and it has this style to it, but also has zero substance. And so, I don't know if that's what I want in an RPG of that scale. And if anything, before this even gets off the ground, it reminds me of the game Defiance. Do you remember that? The show Defiance that then had a game, and then that all went away real quickly? Did you forget about that? It's the first thing that popped into my head. I was like, ooh, this has been done before, and it did not end well. So yeah, I'm getting major deja vu vibes. But hey, I will give the man a chance. Zach, I can't wait to see what you bring to the table. Fingers crossed it's great and not just another, publicity thing to hype up a show and or a game. Maybe they'll both be good. I don't know. We will all find out together. Is this one of the things Netflix is like, we're going to dump money in? We're producing games that we're going to dump money in. I don't know if a giant RPG is the safest bet, but we'll see. We'll all see together. Very excited for that as well. It could be a glorious trash fire or a good game. I don't know. Anyway, that's it. Thanks so much, and I'll see you all tomorrow for another episode of 5 Minute Gaming News.